start. Hello,
All right.
everyone.
Hey,
Today I'm gonna be playing one of the best 3D speed-based platformers of our time. Not Sonic Frontiers, but Spark the Electric Jester 3. And today with
Yeah.
me I have my old friend from Discord, Rindo, or well, I forget what he calls himself.
Rin is fine too.
Yeah, right then, Rindo. And we're gonna be playing on it on the Nintendo Switch because I'm a boomer that prefers a controller over a keyboard when it comes to video games.
I do too, especially when it comes to platformers. Like, you don't really get like the same feel with keyboard when you play platformers.
Yeah, right then. I'm really glad they were able to port this to Switch. Now if only we can get Pizza Tower on the Switch.
Oh yeah, that would be. Oh yeah, I assume that'll happen once the PC version is finished on their end, because I know they're still like updating Pizza Tower. Like, I know that they recently added like the noise is now playable in Pizza Tower, and that was a big thing when it got updated with that.
Yeah. All those nice little content updates.
Yep. All right, so yeah, let's get into it.
All right, I'm gonna be starting from a new save file, and we're gonna be playing on normal.
Sure thing.
So, did you ever play any of this guy's other games?
Oh, Lake Pepper, I've played the first Spark the Electric Jester game, and I did like what I played. I did like how it felt Sonic-y, but it also mixed in some other elements from like the Mega Man X games and also Kirby because of the copy abilities. And it's nice to see that this game is now these games are now going 3D, because you don't really have too many games that are like, you know.
All right, give me a moment. I need to. The game's a little loud on my end.
Okay, sure thing.
I'll turn it up for stream OBS, but like on my end, I can barely hear you for the rest of the game.
That's no problem.
All right, do it.
All right.
All right, here we go. And
All right.
and we're starting off with this lovely racing segment. I recently learned from it was in one of Masahiro Sakurai's little special game development and short essay things where he gives advice on game development to like newcomers and indies or AAA and all that. And like one thing he recommended is immediately getting the player into the action. And this game definitely does a good job of at least doing that, because like even though like it's not the main gameplay, you're at least getting into the action by driving. I kind of. Yeah, okay, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it is definitely not what you expect when you play a game like this. But I mean, I guess Sonic Adventure 2 was also like this, where you started on like snowboard. Then you start going into regular Sonic gameplay. And they even carry that over in Sonic Generations with the modern Sonic stage.
Yeah, and apparently like Fetbird is also like investing in development into a Formula 1 racing game, which I guess is cool, but it's not like my kind of thing. Like right. F-Zero and that sort of stuff. Like, I actually really like F-Zero, mostly because of how gorgeous and detailed all the sprite work is. Not that I don't like this 3D. It's okay 3D. But I guess I kind of don't like the this driving section, because the car feels a lot slippery compared to how Spark actually plays.
Right, you're driving a car, not controlling a character. That's the thing.
Yeah. And like, even when you hold a little bit to the left or right, it feels like you have to like immediately tilt in the other direction. Otherwise you're gonna slide too far, sort of like on ice, and I don't like it. But I like how fast we're going, all things considered.
Yeah, and it's not like too difficult of a track. If you had to like, what was it? If it bombarded you with a bunch of like quick reaction, the obstacles you had to like quickly react to, I feel like there would be more of a problem here. But no, it's pretty simple. Now we get into the action.
Yep. Here we go.
All right.
Eh, eh. And I've been and like I said, I've been playing this game plenty off stream, so I'm pretty familiar with how he controls and everything. So
That's good.
I'll be playing this game with mostly a lot of skill.
That's good. Like, so you know, the best kinds of levels are the ones that get better the more you play them, because now you're familiar with how the level layouts are and how the character controls, so you can. So now you have the incentive to, like, beat levels better and faster. Maybe even, like, try out some alternative paths if the level has them.
And another thing that I also like really appreciate about this game that I've appreciated about Yokai Watch is the database feature. They pretty much make it so like all your tutorial stuff is accessible at any point, so you can always review it if you need to see or know something important.
Yeah, that's great. I do. You know, I also really like it when games are like unique with their tutorials. Like, I actually remember, like, with Sonic Frontiers actually did something interesting with like loading screens where they actually let you like, try out all the different practice all the different moves that you use during the gameplay, just so you never are bored during the loading screens, and you actually can still brush up on all the skills. I wish more games did that, especially games that have like a lot of action. Alright, so now we're getting into fighting enemies in full-on Spark level.
Yeah, and I've also gotten better at like using the sort of down dash move to get back to the ground as soon as possible. Like sort of like the
stomp.
Yeah, sort of like the stomp move in Sonic games. I also really love the music in these games.
Oh yeah. If there's one thing that the Spark the Electric Jester games are known for having it good is with the soundtrack. I mean, you know, Sonic games are always universally praised for their soundtracks. I'm glad that the other Sonic Light games have picked up on that and making their music, you know, not only stand out but also really good.
God, I'm going so fast. I love it.
Yep. No boost required either. Wait, are you able to like do a spin dash move in this game or no?
Not really. Like there are ways to get immediate speed, like with a short dash move and a charge dash move.
Okay, so.
And like there are ways to also like gain more speed, depending on where you are. Like slopes and stuff will give you more speed, and crouching while on a rail will also give you more speed.
I see. That is really interesting that the game actually relies a lot on just player input rather than just kind of, making it so that the levels like tell you when you can go fast rather than letting speed be a choice by the player. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
Like even the loop-de-loops aren't automated. You pretty much go up them manually, and I like that.
Yeah. You know, it's just kind of like in 2D Sonic games. Oh, God.
Oh no!
Whoops.
Lack of skill on my part.
Oh well, you'll do better next time. And I don't think this game has lives, does it?
Oh, what? Okay. No, not really. Like, I'm pretty sure the worst it does is affect your score.
Alright. Well, I guess that's better than, like, losing a life, because, you know, when you lose lives, it sucks, because if you run out of them, you basically have to, like, try from the beginning all over again because of the game over. And that's always annoying. I feel like, I mean, dying should always be, to me, in a platformer, dying should always be, like, the player's fault, but it also shouldn't, like, be a source of frustration, constant frustration in a platformer either.
Yeah. Like I had to restart so many levels with how easy it was to die in Sonic Heroes.
Right. If you're gonna die, if the game expects you to die a lot, I feel like the game should be able to like compensate for that, like checkpointing you frequently. What else? I guess being able to like restart levels pretty easily is also a good thing too, because nothing sucks more than dying at a point where you're far in the level and you have to go all the way back. Oh.
Oh boy, story stuff.
Subconscious, eh? Huh. Spark exists in all of us.
He's your paralysis demon. Electrifying paralysis.
I thought we've had enough for gestures on the internet. First we have Spark, now we have Pomni from the Amazing Digital Circus.
When's the Pomni mod for this game?
Pomni, but you go fast, and I guess it wouldn't. Well, I guess it would actually make sense to have like Digital Circus in this game, given what I know about this game's story. I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody, but
yeah,
you'll see. And yes, I do know about Freon as well.
Oh boy, can't wait to get the full details on that eventually. I haven't actually finished the game. I've just been playing it for fun on and off.
All right. Ah, yeah, that guy too.
Complicated.
Yes, he's complicated.
Even like the sprite work in that sprite work even in that old game looks really great, and the 3D here doesn't look too bad. It's it's simple and probably saves a lot of time and resources, so like there's not a lot of I haven't had a lot of performance issues with this game, which is not or at least nothing that really ruins my immersion compared to like what Sonic Frontiers deals with.
Yeah, with like all the Sonic Frontiers, I know it had like all the pop-in,
yeah,
which I know was a big issue, and it's kind of weird. Even after the game got all of its like DLC, that still was an issue. Like, hopefully that's not a thing with like future Sonic games, and this is that's a one-time thing. But we'll have to wait and see.
And one thing that I've also kind of noticed is that I haven't actually even noticed any of the load times in this game. Like you just press a button for a level and it like actually works. It doesn't feel like it takes a million years like with Sonic Frontiers.
Right. It's kind of surprising that this version is actually pretty optimized to the point where it's almost as good as the PC, because I know that people play PC ports of games not only just for the smoother performance, lack of load times, and also mods, but hey, being able to actually replicate that on consoles is always a plus.
Yeah. All things considered, this is a really great game with a really great port. I'm really glad I bought it.
Oh yeah. And I should probably give this game a try myself. I actually share a library with one of my good friends, and he does actually have the Spark games here, so I can actually download the games from his library and play them myself without having to rake over money. Not that I would be opposed to that.
Okay, so you can technically try games and see if you would want to buy them for yourself. Like, does he have Super Mario Wonder?
Oh, no, not for Switch, on Steam, I mean.
Oh, on Steam, okay. You can share. I didn't know you could share libraries like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Alright, exposition stuff out of the way.
Now we get to play more levels.
I'm pretty sure these are all tutorial challenges and stuff. So, and that's a pretty good way to like get you familiar with the mechanics.
Yeah.
Like this,
right.
I would probably take this. Like, you remember that starting level with Team Rose and Sonic Heroes? That's kind of what this is, come to think of it.
Yeah, it's just a very simple level made to teach you how to play the game while also feeling like an actual level, rather than just feeling like a level basically blatantly designed to be a tutorial. I like it when like a tutorial is like baked into like the first level, and like the level actually feels like it has its own identity. It stands out on its own as a level rather than just feeling like a blatant tutorial in a platformer.
Yeah, this is the charged Jester dash, ZL and A. You basically get a ton of forward momentum, and it's really good for like going really far, both aerially and on the ground. Like one trick I found I can easily do is like at the edge of a level, at the edge of a cliff, just charge Jester dash and then jump, and then you can go really far to like get to some important platforms and stuff.
Right. It actually feels It feels like you're using like a combination of like a spin dash because you have to charge it up, but also the boost because, what was it? You're just rocketing yourself forward, and you can do it in the air.
Lots of aerial control, which is something that just annoys me about Sonic Frontiers. There feels like so little air control or air speed, and I hate it.
Yeah, I know. I know you can like. I know you have like an air boost in that. You can boost in the air, which I think is fine, but it's kind of funny because I actually was like watching a few videos on Sonic Frontiers not too long ago, and it's kind of funny because you can actually do a lot of weird glitches in that game to get a lot of air control. Like one glitch that I recently well, I was told about this by a friend, but I recently saw it for myself. It's called the Hedgehog Space Program, and what you do is that you, once you lock onto an enemy, you quick step while you're locked onto that enemy, you do a stomp, and then, I think you do like another move I forgot, but you basically just go flying like upwards, like into the air. You can basically use it to just skip over certain parts of like the overworld. You can even skip some bosses with it.
That's interesting. Alright.
Yeah,
I took a bit of fall damage. Oh, whoop.
Uh-oh. Oh, there is fall damage in this game. Uh-oh.
Yeah, you got to be careful when. I guess that helps merit the double jump, so you can't just jump everywhere for free.
I see. I mean, how do you generally feel about like fall damage in like platforms, specifically 3D ones?
I guess it depends on the game. Like in this game, I actually don't mind it because like you have so much control over what you can do aerially.
Right, and I guess it's more of a. I guess the fall damage acts as more of a punishment for not. Whoa! You just went flying off there. It's kind of funny that. It's kind of funny how Spark doesn't actually like. What was it? Pause in place after you touch a goalpost. You can just continue to go flying.
Yeah, you think they would like cancel out all your momentum the moment you hit it like a goal ring, sort of like Sonic does, but like it works and you don't die before the level ends, so that helps.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it doesn't like.
One of those things where they got the program to work properly, and that's all that matters.
Yep. As long as it works.
Yep.
But yeah, I know that what was it? I know that fall damage exists because it has to like be like a punishment for going too high, and I guess it acts as just kind of an incentive. Hey, you should probably do better next time you go up that high too, because you know, achieving height is something you have to earn. Especially when you look at games like, you know, the 3D Mario games, when you're like going high up, I feel like, you know, having the threat of fall damage actually kind of works because what was it? It means you have to like be careful when you scale up heights.
Yeah. Like it just depends. Like with another thing with like 3D Mario games is that for the most part you can actually and I know you can do this in Super Mario 64, but like you can pretty much cancel out any fall damage by just ground pounding, which kind of defeats the purpose of there being fall damage if you can just like press a certain button and then cancel out all your momentum and all the falling momentum, and now you can just get back to the ground safely. Like
right.
I guess like I guess it's sort of like an exploit or just a workaround they didn't account for. Maybe I guess one of those things you really need to think about if you're going to incorporate fall damage. Make sure the player can't just cancel it that easily.
Right. And,
like, which is something like you can kind of do in Spark. You can just cancel out the fall damage because you have a double jump and a lot of other aerial options.
Right. And yet. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just.
I guess it's kind of interesting. Oh yeah.
This game's pretty generous with health, and I'm pretty early in the game anyway, so I don't have to worry about that too much.
Right. It's kind of interesting. This level feels linear. I've noticed that this level is pretty linear because you're on a train, but there's a lot of like free movement you can do in this level, so it doesn't feel like a hallway.
Yeah, isn't that great? It reminds me of that one specific train level. I can't remember where it was from, but like it was in Sonic Adventure 1. I think
right.
Gamma was on it. I can't remember if Sonic was also on that, also had access to that level.
I don't remember it exactly either, but I know that I know there are a lot of there are quite a few Sonic levels that are take place on trains or have trains in them.
Yeah. Overall, this game has a lot of open-ended level design, and I really like that. A lot of movement, a lot of open. And like the levels feel huge without having to be open world. Like take note, Sonic Frontiers.
Right. It's kind of funny because I know with Sonic Dream Team, from what I've seen, that game actually has like more larger, more open levels too, but they don't feel like, you know, way too open to the point where it's so hard to know where you're going. The levels feel open, and the levels just feel open enough. Like they're basically a good mix of like, you still gotta get, well, actually no, because Sonic Dream Team has a lot of mission-based levels too, but yeah, like I guess when it comes to like open versus linear levels, I guess it really depends on the purpose of the levels to me.
What do you mean by purpose?
Like with it really depends. Are the levels designed for like missions, or are they just designed where you just have to get to the end?
Oh, okay, I get what you mean.
Yeah, because if, like, it wouldn't make sense if you're just making levels that are just made that are open, but the goal is just to get too open, and the goal is just to get to the end. Nor does it really make sense to make the levels like super mission based, but the levels are just like very linear and there's not a lot of places to explore.
Yeah, I hear you. And I also like you know how sometimes in a lot of Sonic games it's kind of hard to find like the red rings.
Yeah, or it's easy to like miss them because you're going so fast.
Like in this game, like one thing I really appreciate about it is that they make it so like when you're trying to find important things, they make a huge glowing aura around it, so it's easier to find.
I see that those blue coins you're collecting are doing those little pings there, so it's pretty easy to catch. Oh, touch the spike wall. It's pretty easy to see where you need to go. Yeah,
I also like how the first few levels are city themed. I always love city themed levels because they just make everything feel a lot bigger and more alive than they actually are. Like, look at this huge landscape out there. Like, I love this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing you see out of, like, Spyro 1 on Stonehill. Like, it makes the world feel immersive and huge, and I just love that to pieces. This is such a beautiful game. So pretty.
I
know. Where's that last blue coin?
It's right there.
Hurting my time score by admiring the scenery.
It's okay. It's okay. It's always nice to stop and smell the roses.
Yeah, this is one of those games that make me feel things like I used to as a kid. I love it.
You're right.
Thank you, White Pepper.
All right. Let's see what this next level. Is like, and then. Oh, we got.
Cold. I was gonna do cold, dry desert, and then first, and then just end it off there if that's okay.
All right.
So let's finish the first area, and then we'll do the boss and stuff next time.
All right. Have you gotten a feel for what the bosses are like in this game too?
The bosses kind of feel like they're intentionally designed so that you can't beat them unless you're like ridiculously skilled.
I see. Wait, are they required to like progress or?
Actually, funnily enough, no.
That's
like you can pretty much beat the game with you can pretty much progress. I think I'll have to restart this one because this is a timed level. But anyway, I was gonna say like you can pretty much beat the game without actually worrying about beating any of them.
I see. So you can really beat.
I think it's only like I think it's like only the final part. I'm told like it's only when you get like super far into the game that they actually become beatable, because like they basically make it so like they're way too hard to defeat without super specific combos that you can't really buy until later.
I see. That is kind of interesting, but I guess it's better just to make them optional, especially if they're like really hard and not even required to progress in the game.
Yeah. Like, I pretty much made it pretty far in my main save file without even beating any of the... Without even beating some of the bosses I came across. Well, too slow. Guess I gotta speed up.
You're too slow. You gotta go at Sonic speed, right?
Yeah.
Or spark speed, I guess I should say.
I gotta get better. I gotta get better at this level if I want to beat it on time.
Yeah. This game really makes you feel the urgency to go fast.
So much movement. So fast. I love it. Feel the adrenaline.
Yeah, feel the adrenaline. Make sure your reaction times are on point too.
Rolling around at the speed of sound. Alright, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, I was just about to say, yeah, I like that this game requires just good enough reaction time from the player, but not requiring like super high reaction time. That's an issue that I've seen with what was it, Sonic Unleashed daytime levels, because I know that game was actually the first 3D boost game. So what they tried to do with that game was that they really wanted to make it so that the gameplay was very heavily like reaction based, but it did from what I've seen, it did result in a lot of frustrating deaths and a lot of like colliding with stuff because you didn't know that the obstacles that you were hitting weren't coming into view because you were going so fast.
Yeah, right. I get you. Just a little too precise. Alrighty, I guess that's enough for today. We'll continue with this next time, and thanks for coming in. Thanks for tuning in, and anybody that saw this, thanks for watching.
All right. You have a good one, guys.